My name is Meor Fawwaz. I am called Hannah because it's so much easier to remember.
She has travelled to what? Almost all of the US states, kan?
Already.
All. She's travelled to all of the US states.
Born and raised in Sandakan, Sabah, but I moved out of Sandakan when I was 20 years old. That was 10 years ago. Recently, I just moved back to Malaysia from the USA after living there for about 4 years.
What did you do your degree in, if you don't mind me asking?
My degree was in software development.
Huyo.
It's not my... It's not really my forte actually, but I know some stuff, but I think I don't know anything about that anymore. Because you know, as you progress and mature, you find different interests. You know, that's why you shouldn't just stick to one. So don't bother like, okay, sambil ni bagi nasihat kan, sambil bagi nasihat. Don't bother about what you doing for your degree and then later on in life, because that's really not going to define who you are right now.
I agree with that, because I think what people are still thinking is that once you start on one path, is the path that you have to stick to.
Yes.
Which is quite a, I guess back in the old days, it guaranteed sort of security in terms of your finances and jobs and whatever. Tapi zaman sekarang, there is so many outlets that you can explore. So macam if you have the opportunity to grow yourself dalam bidang yang you tak familiar with, why not, right?
Why not? Yes, just venture. I think it's a good kind of risk that you should take.
Alright, okay. So for now, for our audiences that still are a bit unfamiliar, so you met your husband and then you moved to US. How exactly did that happen?
We met when he was on a trip to Asia.
So you were travelling juga time tu?
No, I was working at that cafe.
Oh, and he came to that cafe?
No, really. We met online.
Masa you dah jumpa dia, how many countries had you travelled to?
After we met, he met my parents 3 weeks after we met.
Oh yo, 3 minggu.
I know. We hit it off and then he said, why don't you come with me somewhere? And then he said, let's go to Istanbul. At that time, tengah bergolak.
So your first taste of Europe was Turkey tengah bergolak.
Yes, it was fun. You know, we have that video on YouTube. We got like gassed, you know, the master gas. It was not fun, but it was quite an experience. Yes. And we moved on to Italy. We spent about almost a month in Italy.
Lepas Italy?
I think we went to Croatia, Slovenia, Netherlands, and then to Germany.
That you both decided to move to US together?
Oh no, I sort of isolated myself in Bangkok. When I was in Bangkok, we went to France and Hungary and Czech.
I guess it was just a full year of just travelling.
Oh my god, yes. That year alone, I went to like almost 20
countries. And I'm sure ramai gila tanya. But how did you manage the finances through all that travelling?
To be honest, I didn't really make that much money, but I also didn't really like spend that much money as well.
Kan fair. See, kalau kau nak jalan merata-rata, janganlah shopping sangat. No, kidding.
First, I was living with my parents, and then my car was a cheap Malaysian car. And then waktu tu I kerja kat restoran, so obviously, I saved a lot.
I think when I first started travelling pun, I took up about 2-3 jobs and I really kumpulkan whatever I had to just buy the cheapest ticket I could and just go. Tapi macam, if you really are determined enough to save up for it, you makanlah Maggi sebulan, insyaAllah sampailah ke Canada.
So if you focus on something that you really want, you will get it. But then in order to get there,
it's the discipline, the determination. So okay, when you started sharing out about your journey at US, all your travelling stuff, you started gaining a lot of followers. So how do you start gaining all those followers?
Oh yeah, like this. Thanks to the Vocat, because they took my story. After that, it really like blew up. September of the same year, I met Faiz Diki. You know, because of you, like I gained probably 5,000 followers. Like extra, and then they keep growing. So thank you for that meeting in Florida. We met in Florida when he was visiting the USA for the first time.
So besides because of Vocat or other influencers, why do you think your content has connected with so many people?
Actually, when I have ideas, like I write them down immediately on the notes section. So the day I post, like say a photo with like that story, I just
I guess that's one of the things that makes you really stand out, because I tengok kadang-kadang macam, weh aku kena scroll kot caption Hannah.
Oh yeah, I really like storytelling. You know, I really like as I post and I feel like, wow, okay, people actually read.
People actually engage with this.
Yeah, engage with this.
People take time to do this.
Yes, I think that what makes me a little bit different than conventional traveling.
Your love for sharing and writing stories somehow ended up with you writing a book about your traveling. So tell us a bit about that.
This is mainly about my life in the USA and my travels to like 50 states.
So where can people get this book?
You can get it at Popular, MPH, at Kino Bookstore in KLCC.
So I bet because you get so many questions of people asking you for tips to travel in the USA. So guys, The book, everything is in here. Okay, one more question. You recently pakai tudung, you done the hijab, and you recently pun pergi ke US. Has that affected how people interact with you?
No. When I went there like a couple of weeks ago, it's the same. So I'm just so happy with the fact that I can just still be myself even with my hijab in the USA. You know, ramai orang tak tahu cerita. Ramai orang akan cakap, kalau you pakai tudung pergi US, mungkin orang akan tengok you lain macam. The truth is, no, not really. And I have this experience. Some people came to me and then they got like so curious. What is that on your head? But it's just a question. Don't take it super seriously. Just tell them what this thing is. Yes.
It's just sharing knowledge.
Yeah.
And last one, any words that you live by, words or advice that you want to give to anybody yang gila nak travel out there?
I always have this whenever I travel. If you don't like where you are, you move. If you don't like what you're doing, just stop doing it. Find something else. Find new passion. Do not restrict yourself because you're scared people are going to talk bad about you, or as long as it's good, for growth. Just do it. Take the risk. That's what I do in my life anyway. And this is how I turn out. And I can say I'm really proud of myself and what I've become because of all these changes I'm willing to make. So if you don't like where you are, just move because you're not a tree. It's very important to like what you do, to love what you do, and then to be able to be happy in life. I'm still looking for my happiness, but I live by that and it's helping me so far.
Terharu gila. InsyaAllah. So guys, Anna, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing with us a bit of your knowledge and your experiences.
Thank you for having me.
Actually, with us today in our segment, Hana brought two special guests.
Mustafa, my guinea pigs, guys. This is Mustafa, this is Mustafa, but actually this is a female because
Mustafa female. Okay, thank you so much guys. InsyaAllah. See you next week. Bye.
Good night.